Hello, NaikiaL McInnis here, and today I want to talk a little bit about Steve Jobs, Apple, and about continuing a legacy and a leadership. Now, I'm just going to go straight into it. With Apple, we always had a high expectation of what was going to be delivered from Apple. We always set the bar high for Apple. Before, Samsung and all these other mainstream competitors who are really actually like competitors now, before, in our mind, they didn't even compare to the legacy and the uniqueness of everything that Apple brought about. Now, the challenge is to reinvent that high expectation, because that expectation is not as high as it used to be. And who made it high? It was Steve Jobs. It was Steve Jobs' performances. It was his ability to know that the next event that's occurring today, that's occurring in September, is to know the excitement behind that and to bring the excitement behind that. Now, if you don't have people who are presenting it in that way, then your level of expectation is going down. Say if after Steve Jobs passed, they allowed presenters to come on who were declared to have this same excitement as Steve Jobs, who had the same passion, who had the same vigor in every single presentation. Steve Jobs delivered, and it's because we had high expectation for Steve. He communicated with us, and we could understand where he was coming from. Apple needs a representation, a face like that, where there's a high expectation for Apple. You set the bar high, and Apple will achieve it. That's what took them to greatness. So basically, the challenge is to find a leader just as specific, just as focused, passionate about every single event that Apple has, every single product, and knowing the great legacy behind it, and just enforcing that in the way that they speak, in the way that they conduct themselves, and the way that they push the company forward. Okay, you got to see that Steve was a visionary, and it's because of the high expectation that we have for Steve that Apple achieved all these great things, and now Apple seems to be dispersed into many different avenues with many different speakers, and the power, the concentration seems to be divided. But if you want a company to rise to the top like Apple, if you want Apple to rise to the top, then you must raise that expectation. Everything that you do must be top-notch level. And we grow in this life by doing things deliberately that challenge us. By going out for that jog or going out for that job, that grows you. That takes you up that level higher. But staying inside your comfort zone, looking for approval, that does not take you higher. What's going to take Apple higher, what's going to take these companies higher, is a high expectation of yourself and going out and doing what you know you need to do, even if it's challenging, even if you have to push the bar. Do it. And keep the expectation for yourself high. All right? This has been NaikiaL McInnis. You can contact me at inspiredupward.com as well as on YouTube and NaikiaLMcInnis.com. Thanks for watching. Be serious, be dedicated, and go higher.